Something important is happening in British politics, and it is not only about one party winning or losing, it is about the shape of the entire system changing in front of our eyes. For years, UK politics was built around two main poles, Labour and the Conservatives. Most local contests still felt like a contest between those two brands, even when smaller parties made noise. But now a different picture is emerging. A new party is rising fast in places that were once considered predictable. Other parties are growing in cities and university areas, and voters are spreading their support across multiple options instead of choosing one big camp. So, what is driving this shift? Is it frustration with economic progress that feels too slow? Is it pressure on public services that people experience daily? Is it a protest vote that becomes something more permanent? Or is it a deeper change where voters are no longer loyal to old labels? The early local election results suggest that several forces are moving at the same time. Reform UK is gaining ground and turning attention into seats. The Liberal Democrats are building control in specific councils where local campaigns are strong. The Greens are expanding their footprint in areas where climate and services dominate the conversation. And both Labour and the Conservatives are facing losses that signal a wider loss of trust. This is why today's UK local elections matter far beyond town halls and council budgets. Because local elections often reveal what voters really feel before national politics catches up. They show the mood on the ground. They show which messages resonate when people vote close to home. And they show how quickly a political map can change when the public decides the old promises are no longer enough. Now let us break down what is being elected. What the early numbers show, why Reform UK is advancing, why Labour is under pressure, why the Conservatives are still struggling, and what this could mean for the next phase of British politics. What these elections are: voters across England are choosing thousands of councillors in many different types of councils. These votes decide who runs local services such as housing planning, local transport, and community funding. In several places, there are also mayoral contests, which can shape regional priorities. Why these results are being watched globally: because the UK is a major player in European politics and transatlantic policy. When British politics becomes fragmented, it changes how governments negotiate trade security and long-term planning. It also affects market expectations because political stability and economic policy often move together. What the early results suggest. The most talked about theme is the scale of losses for Labour in multiple areas. Alongside a strong rise for Reform UK in several councils and wards where Labour once felt secure, commentators are describing this as a warning sign for Labour leadership and a moment of opportunity for Reform UK. Reform UK is presenting itself as an anti-establishment option focused on immigration and institutional reform. Its supporters say the party is giving voice to voters who feel ignored by London politics. Critics say the party is riding frustration without offering detailed long-term solutions. Either way, the electoral reality is that the party is converting attention into seats in places that matter symbolically and strategically. For Labour, the local elections are being treated as a test of delivery and credibility. Supporters of the government argue that change takes time and that inherited challenges are difficult. Critics inside and outside Labour say the pace feels too slow and the message is not cutting through. When a governing party loses ground in its traditional areas, it creates internal questions about strategy, leadership, and policy focus. The Conservatives are also losing support in many areas, which signals that the opposition is not automatically benefiting from Labour difficulties. This is an important point because it suggests voter movement is not simply switching from Labour to Conservative. Instead, many voters are moving toward Reform UK or to other parties, depending on local conditions. While national headlines focus on Labour and Reform UK, the Liberal Democrats are strengthening in councils where they have built long local networks. The Greens are also expanding their presence, especially in areas where public services, environment, and accountability are central themes. This reinforces the idea that the UK is entering a more plural political phase. Local elections often have lower turnout than national elections, but early reporting suggests participation is holding up or increasing in some areas. When turnout rises in local elections, it usually means voters are motivated by strong feelings.